What an exciting month this has been. A lot of gacha games have been in the red, the negative, down significantly from last month's earnings. We also saw the second month in a row where neither Honkai Star Rail nor Genshin Impact were the #1 gacha globally. Tower Fantasy, for the first time since its launch, made less than $1 million, $800,000 specifically. Yeah, but don't worry guys, the game is still doing great. And there are a few new entries that popped in for the very first time. It's been very exciting, very fascinating watching things unfold and seeing where each individual game ultimately fell over the course of the last month. And while I've covered every single one of those in detail, and I urge you to go ahead and check each of those videos out, nothing is more important than knowing how our favorite gacha games are doing. Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to your monthly gacha recap of how your favorite gacha game is doing on a month-by-month basis. These stats are purely mobile and do not include PC stats, and also disregard Chinese revenue for reference, since full Chinese revenue is never publicly disclosed. If you're interested in gacha releasing this month, new gacha games to try out, I have a dedicated video exclusively for that you can find linked below or at the end of the video. Now let's go ahead, jump in, and see how things ultimately turned out. Let's start this off with the gacha that came in at #1, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I know, no Honkai Star Rail, no Genshin Impact, nope and nope. DBZ shows once again that it is an absolute force to be reckoned with. And given its competition, that's saying something. you get it? Saying something. Dokkan Battle brought in $40 million along with over 1 million total new downloads. This is up significantly from last month's $24 million and several 100,000 downloads. Honkai Star Rail takes the #2 spot with $40 million and 1.5 million new downloads, roughly tying Dokkan Battle for the #2 spot really. This is actually down from last month's $50 million and 1.6 million downloads. I know you're expecting Genshin Impact to be #1, maybe #2, thanks to Star Rail, but no, not this month. This month sees Genshin Impact drop to #3, for totaling global earnings and downloads with $36 million and 2.6 million new downloads. This is up from last month's $33 million and 2.9 million new downloads, and if we were to include Chinese revenue, managed to bring in an additional $30 million. Fourth place, Musume. Yes, the horse girl waifu sim, with $36 million and 80,000 new downloads. This is up from last month's $26 million and 50,000 new downloads. I don't think I've ever reported on a month having 5 gacha games each earn over $30 million, but somehow here we are with NIKKE coming in at #5, earning $31 million and 600,000 new downloads. Absolutely insane. This is up quite significantly from last month's $19 million and 300,000 new downloads. I guess that Nier Automata event really paid off. I know I invested, I think, like $2,000 into what I did a video on that. Yeah, I'm honestly not proud of that. Coming in at #6 is Fate Grand Order with $30 million and 140,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's overwhelming $53 million and 180,000 new downloads. And that's it for gacha games that earned above $30 million, which is really kind of crazy. 6 games managed to fall under this category in the last month, which is a first for me. #7 sees One Piece Bounty Rush claim the position with $20 million and 2 million new downloads. This is the first time I was even really made aware of this game's existence, so I'm kind of surprised to see it making as much as it is. And that marks every gacha game that has accumulated over $20 million in the last month. This by no means means that other gacha games are doing poorly. On the contrary, many gacha games are still managing to accumulate millions of dollars and are critical successes. Before we discuss where the remainder of our gacha ended up, allow me to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your guys' support is why I can continue to make videos like this every single month, and I deeply appreciate you all being there for me. Raid Shadow Legends comes in at number 8 with $15 million and 600,000 new downloads. This is on par with last month's $15 million and 600,000 new downloads. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis comes in at number 9 with $12 million and 3.3 million new downloads. That's pretty good given it just launched. However, I am curious how it'll do over the next few months given none of the Final Fantasy gacha games that have released up until this point have or ever really do well long term. This is every gacha game that managed to earn above $10 million. Yes, there were really only 2 games that made $10 million and $20 million the following. However, all managed above $1 million, which is a sign that they're still profitable, still successful, and popular to varying degrees. Blue Archive comes in at number 10 with $8.8 million and 170,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $22 million and 290,000 new downloads. Definitely the lowest it's been at in quite a few months, but Blue Archive tends to dip and rise quite sporadically. Arknights comes in at number 11 with $8.5 million and 100,000 new downloads. This is up from last month's $7.6 million and 90,000 new downloads, and will likely rise even further with the Arknights anime beginning, or the second season of the Arknights anime beginning, really. Summoner's War comes in at number 12 with $8 million and 130,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $10 million and 70,000 new downloads. Project Sekai comes in at number 13 with $7.7 million and 430,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $8.9 million and 360,000 new downloads. Diablo Immortal somehow comes in at number 14 with $7 million and 200,000 new downloads. This is the same as last month's $7 million and 300,000 new downloads. How it continues to remain relevant is beyond me. At number 15, we have Romancing Saga Reuniverse, a title that really not many of you have likely ever played, yet still managed to bring in $6.2 million and 30,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $7.2 million, but pretty much 95% of its earnings are from Japan. Azur Lane comes in at number 16 with $6.6 million and 76,000 new downloads. This is up from last month's $3.3 million and 51,000 new downloads. Number 17 is Heaven Burns Red with $6 million and 30,000 new downloads, proving once again that loyal players continue to burn money on this game with very little new interest in it. This is down from last month's $16 million and 90,000 new downloads. Coming in at number 18, we have Memento Mori with $5 million and 70,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $7 million and 100,000 new downloads, and is continuing to show decline. Epic 7 comes in at number 19 with $5 million and 70,000 new downloads. This is down from last month's $7 million and 70,000 new downloads. And finally, Tower of God New World comes in at number 20 with $5 million and 800,000 new downloads. That is still admittedly a pretty good number given the game launched over a month ago. A decline from last month's $8 million and 1.3 million new downloads, sure, but still very impressive. And that makes up the top 20 gacha games in terms of downloads and earnings for the last month. I'm sure some of you are as surprised as I am with a few of the games listed here today. DBZ Dokkan Battle coming in at number 1? Definitely unexpected. Genshin dropping to number 3, Musume and NIKKE both making over $30 million. Damn. There were 6 games that made over $30 million over the last month, which is absolutely crazy. 7 that made over $20 million and 9 that made over $10 million. Tower of Fantasy, for the first time since its launch, dropped below $1 million, earning a mere $800,000, disregarding PC, console, and China, but this list also excludes those options for every other gacha game, so it is fair. We saw several new games included: Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, One Piece Bounty Rush. It's always refreshing seeing new games released to such popularity, challenging the titans of the genre. It's been a fascinating month, honestly, and I can't wait for the next month to see how the games continue to shift. Now, if none of those games look like games you'd be interested in, though, then I got you covered with 2 videos on screen right now. that you should definitely check out.